Speak Cowboys Nation. Let's go for another round of news from the Team of America. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. The Dallas Cowboys have been linked to a reunion with Ezekiel Elliott, but they could go in a different direction by signing a former Baltimore Ravens star in free agency. Kenyon Drake has yet to find a team after the 2022 season, and the Cowboys have yet to add a new veteran presence. The will they, won't they saga between Dallas and Elliott doesn't seem to be ending soon, but the Cowboys could instead pursue a deal with Drake, which would most likely be cheaper but could be just as an effective addition. Drake has bounced around the NFL over the past few years, but he is not far removed from his 2019 and 2020 seasons that saw him cross the 1,000-yard mark from scrimmage. Despite a wayward 2021 season, his 2022 campaign with the Ravens showed that he still has plenty to offer at the NFL level. Drake played on a veteran minimum deal, $1.035 million, for Baltimore, and it probably won't cost that much more to sign him going into the 2023 season. Considering that Elliott is working his way down from an 8-figure contract, Drake is likely to be the more affordable option and could elevate the Cowboys' offense in the same way. Drake rebounds with Ravens. If a running back needs to find his best game, they should probably look for a roster spot with Baltimore. The Ravens have committed to QB Lamar Jackson and an offense completely centered around running the ball, and Drake benefited from that in 2022. Despite being in a crowded group with J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, Drake still totaled 482 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns according to Pro Football Reference. It's worth noting that Drake was a healthy scratch in 5 contests, but averaged 40 yards per game and 4.4 yards per carry. Jackson is used to side roles and running by committee, as he was the number 2 back his entire college career at Alabama and then split reps with names like Josh Jacobs with the Raiders and Dobbins with the Ravens. While that may be a turn-off, it means an important thing for the 29-year-old. His legs have seen far less wear and tear than someone like Zeke or Dalvin Cook. Further, Drake has been placed on the injured reserve a single time in his 8-year NFL career. Cowboys called out for free agency decisions. In a recent airing of First Take, former Detroit Lions QB and current ESPN analyst Dan Orlovsky called out the Cowboys for their lack of interest in Dalvin Cook. The former Minnesota Vikings star is a free agent, but it appears as if Dallas is not pursuing his signature. For Orlovsky, the two sides ought to be a logical pair. The analyst also believes that the Cowboys not signing Cook is a sign that they aren't as serious about competing for a Super Bowl ring as they should be. Dallas, don't tell me you're legit about wanting to do everything that you can do to go win a Super Bowl if you don't sign Dalvin Cook, Orlovsky said. Your starting tailback Tony Pollard broke his leg like 5 months ago. Ellipsis. You want to run the football more with the guy that just broke his leg 5 months ago? Pollard's recovery is another key factor in the Cowboys' approach to Elliott's departure, but whether they actually add to the roster in free agency remains to be seen.